All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the front row. I am so excited for today's guest. I have been looking forward for this interview. As I've been saying on my page for the last couple of weeks, it's so important that we are not only listening to the voices of our youth, but actually hearing what they're telling us what we need to do next. And so I'm excited because this whole week I'm actually been talking to the youth. And today we have, I think, one of my youngest persons I've ever interviewed. So I'm so excited about this. She has so much personality, and I'm just excited to see her future. And so today, the front row, just so you all can clear about how this works, is that this is an interactive conversation. So if you have comments, if you have a question for Miss JaNay, put it in the comments, and I will make sure it comes up. Again, if you are in agreement with anything that she says, say, great job, we're with you. If there's anything you want me to ask her, put it in the comments. And at the end, if we have questions in addition to what I asked, we will have a Q&A. But again, it's really just an opportunity for us. It's called the front row, so you're able to learn more about people who are doing amazing work. So for today's guest, as you see, is Miss JaNay Ratcliff. Say hey, girl. So we're going to jump right on in and just tell us about yourself. So go ahead and you have the floor.
Okay, so I am JaNay Ratcliff. I am the author of the book club and also Traveling with JaNay. You can go check it out at justlovereading.club. I am also a young motivational speaker and a young influencer.
Awesome. So I want us to jump right in. So what you see behind you, it says the book club, talking about her book. I want you to share with us, when did you start writing? So first of all, JaNay, how old are you?
I'm 7.
You are 7. So when did you start writing?
I started writing when I was around 4 or 5.
Oh my gosh. So when you were writing, like, was it like, okay, I want to be an author, or were you just one of those kids that was always writing stories?
I was just one of those kids who were like taking notes. Like I would always take notes in school or in church.
Okay. So for your particular book that you wrote, our next question, what inspires your book? So like, what inspired you to write your book? Let's start there.
Well, after 2 years without writing a book, I was like, wait, so I've been seeing all these books around and been just writing, plain up writing for 2 years when I could have been writing books. So that's what inspired me, is the other books that I always see around me.
Awesome. And so what inspired, or what are the types of stories? Because again, you said you saw all these books around you, and all these different books have different themes. They're talking about different subjects. What inspires you to write about what you write about? Like, what is it that you would desire to write about in your books?
So I like to write about my lifetime, which is also my story time. So like the book club, it's about my lifetime because I went to a book club at my school, and that's what's happening in the book. Traveling with JaNay, I was supposed to go traveling, but due to COVID, I couldn't. So pretty much Traveling with JaNay is a future book. So that is what I was going to do. Well, that's what I want to do in the future.
Awesome. Okay, so you said, I saw these books around me. I went to this book club, so I wanted to write this story. How long did it take you to write your book?
Well, due to all of the illustrations, and if you also wrote a book, and it's like a chapter book, it might take about a year or so. But for picture books, it only takes 6 months.
Got you. So who did your picture? Did you do the pictures, or you had someone else?
Oh, I have publishers. I
can't. You said I had somebody else take care of that. So
I have illustrators.
Got you. So with the publishing, with the illustrators, how difficult was it for you to get your book published? Because I interview a lot of adults, and they'll talk about how long it took them to get their book off the ground. So how long did it take for your book to get published?
Well, for me, it didn't take that long, only because I have a good friend that is God. Okay, that is like, how could I explain this? Okay, so Miss Erin, which is the manager of My Little Story Publishing, she is one of my good friends. She helped me write my first book.
Okay.
She also is hooked up with illustrators and publishers. So all I have to do is ask my mom to hook up with Miss Erin, and she's going to send my mom. No, my mom is going to send Miss Erin the little story that I wrote, and she's going to send it to Miss Erin, and Miss Erin is like, I'll type it up on my computer, and then I'll put like the little half circle things, and I'll put picture of XYZ.
Gotcha.
So that's what I'll do on my computer, and then my mom, she'll print it out, and then she'll take a picture of it, send it to Miss Erin, and Miss Erin will hook up with one of her illustrators and send that to one of her illustrators, and then she's going to the illustrator is going to draw it.
So first of all, I love this because one, I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Erin. I don't know if you know that, and so she shared a lot about her publishing company and how she's helping young people to get their books out. So I would just love for you to kind of share like how important has it been, because you talked about your mother, you talked about Miss Erin. How important are those people in the process? Like, how have they encouraged you and helped you so that you are able to have this book?
Well, they're very important to me because one is my mother, and she has been just helping me to, like, she's been encouraging me to write these books, and she's been giving me ideas of what I should write about. And she's also helping me, like, if I'm writing a book and I put a word in that I have no clue, but I have no clue what that word means. So I'll go to my mom and I'll be like, Mom, what does this word mean? And she'll be like, oh, this word means XYZ. So that's what I'll do. And then Miss Erin, she's special to me. Like, she's top one rate because she has been helping me through this process also. She has helped me write my first book. She has been helping me with the stuff that I don't know. She has been taking her precious time and putting it on me.
I love it. I love it. So this goes to, so I have an organization here in Chicago where we work with young kids when it comes to reading and motivating them to be their own storytellers and writers. And so watching you is so encouraging to me, because I think a lot in the world right now, right, is like, okay, what is going on with our children? Like, how do we keep them inspired? And just hearing you just is so encouraging. I just want you to know that, first of all.
Yeah.
And I want to know, so right now, you probably have some young kids who are watching, because I did advertise this to my book club and to different parents, or they might watch it later. What is some advice that you may have for another 7-year-old or 8-year-old, even 12-year-old who's trying to be a writer or illustrator? Like, what would be your advice for them?
Well, I always say on my interviews, 1, you're never too old or young to do something. 2, follow your dreams. And 3, never stop dreaming.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Do you have any other friends or people that are around your age who want to be authors, like because they see that you're an author? Have you come across that yet?
Yes, ma'am. My best friend that goes to my school, she so this is how this all started.
Yeah, tell me.
My teacher, after I came out with my first book, my teacher, she allowed me to read my first book to the class. I was like, okay. So after I read the first book, my best friend was like, you know what, I want to do that. I want to do that. So I was like, whoa, I know where she lives. So I was like, maybe you can ask your mom if I can come over and I'll help you. And my mom can probably give you Miss Aaron's number to illustrate it, publish it, and all of that. And voila, you'll have your own book.
I love it. I love it. So you all who are watching, I see people coming in. We are interviewing Miss JaNay Ratcliff, who is a up and coming author. She is 7 years old. She is brilliant. She has her first book and she has a second one she's working on. So if you have questions or if you want to just encourage her or give her any comments, put those in the comments. I'll be sure to show them to her as we are getting close towards the end of our questions. But I do want you all to know, if you have questions for her, you can ask. If you have any comments, you can leave those and we will come to that. So you kind of talked about it earlier about, hey, I had this book about traveling. I didn't get to travel. I feel you. We didn't get to travel here as well. But what is next? Like, when you think about, like, if you could, and I love to do this to everyone I talk to, like, if the sky is the limit, like, what do you have next? Like, I know you want to write another book, but like, what else are some things that you would love to do? What's next for you?
So, what else do I want to do in my career?
Yeah, your career, in writing, whatever. Like, what's next for you? What would you love to do?
Okay, so I'm coming out with a tote bag in winter of 2020. It should be released.
Okay.
So after that, I want to start doing the shoe line. I want to start a shoe line. I also want to do some school supplies like backpacks, the little tin pencil boxes. And this is not school related, but you do put this in your lunch box if you pack your lunch, a water bottle. I want to put my logo on a water bottle.
Gotcha. So you want to get into like fashion and merchandise and things like that. Awesome. Awesome. So if people wanted to buy your book, or if they wanted to learn more, or when the tote bag comes out and all those things, they want to get connected with you, what do they need to do to stay connected with Miss JaNay?
Well, you can go to my mom's Facebook page at Golden SA, and you can email her, or you can also email my publicist, Miss Andrea, and my website is down at the bottom, justlovereading.club. That is where you can get both of my books. Go ahead and get my books.
Yeah, show them. Show us your books.
Struggle. Okay. Both of my books you can get at my website. I also have it behind me on my banner. I don't want to move out the way, but how do I? It's kind of not visible, but anyway. So these are both of my books. I don't have on my shirt right now, but I do have a shirt line. You can see that also at my website. And again, Chicago's Black Center is definitely interested in supporting this awesome young lady. Thank you.
Awesome, JaNay. So yes, here, Jersey Claus. He's actually a really good friend of mine. So he does a lot of events around the city. He said he is super impressed with you. So I will definitely make sure that you all get connected. Because this is what it's about, like having this platform. Even though you are in Texas, correct?
Yes, correct.
So you're in Texas and you got fans here in Chicago, girl. So we're going to get you up here in Chicago. So again, you said your website, as you all see at the bottom, please go, you all, to www.justlovereading.club and buy both of her books. I will be supporting getting her books for my book club here in Chicago. I want you all to support, add it to your home library. We're always talking about what's the best way to support our youth, and it's about inspiring them, but also encouraging them with their own dreams. If you're on here and you hear about her fashion line and you a fashion designer, hook up with her, right? So you can be able to get your merchandise done. And again, yeah, it's about just supporting you in so many ways. So I wanted to say, JaNay, this has been a pleasure. I am so proud of you.
Thank
Please stay connected. I want when things open up, I tell this to everyone. I definitely want us to be able to connect. I want to fly out to Texas. I want to see the action, and I would love for you to come to Chicago because we have a lot of cool events that we do here. So
you.
I'll talk to your mom and your publicist and see if we can make that happen. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. So thank you. If you have any last words, if not, you can say goodbye to your audience.
Hey, Michelle.
You see her, they all saying hi to you. Awesome, awesome. Well, you did a wonderful job, JaNay, and we will be in touch, okay?
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
All right, take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.